So welcome back for our February market update. You may or may not know, January is usually a bit of a wild card month. Coming off the holidays, everyone kind of has the turkey hangover, settling into new ideas or goals or aspirations they have for the new year. So, it always tends to be kind of a slower and steadier month for Ottawa. We actually saw 617 homes change hands in the month of January, and that's, believe it or not, that's down. It's down about 6% from last year. Obviously, we are living in uncertain times when, stuff is happening below the border. Potential tariffs are tightening wallets even further here in Canada. And I think what we're seeing to start the year is a little bit of uncertainty on, am I going to make the move right away, or am I going to wait and see if there's a little bit more stability to follow, whether it's in our elections or any kind of potential tariff holds off that we'll get. Median prices across the board. I like to say that Ottawa is not a one-size-fits-all market. We have a lot of micro markets that exist throughout our city, but in general, I'm going to give you some median prices across the three asset classes so you can kind of gauge where we're going and where we come from. So median price for detached is $750,000 for the month of January. Down a little bit from December, but actually up quite a bit year over year. It's actually up over 7%. The median price for a townhome in Ottawa is about $577,000. It's up month over month about 0.5%, and then year over year it's up over 2%. $385,000 is the median price for a condo right now. That's actually up about 0.4 year over year, but it's down 1.3 month to month. So we're kind of steady as she goes, and we've been kind of saying that a lot over the last year, but it's true. We're seeing a lot of gradual increases year over year, month over month. The market is just chugging along. We haven't seen any crazy spikes or crazy dips. We preach this a lot as well, but inventory is still going to be an issue. And it goes back to the tariffs too. Although, tariffs will certainly make day-to-day more expensive for people in Ottawa, it actually affects, the greater supply chain. So especially when it comes to housing, like housing affordability, just based on the cost of goods and what it's going to cost to build a house, it'll almost go up overnight. Steel, aluminum, wood, anything that's going to face a tariff that could be used in the home building process is going to make the house more expensive. And unfortunately, as you may or may not know, those costs generally get pushed to the end user, the purchaser, the home buyer. So it's very difficult what to say what's going to happen, but we'll be watching it very closely. I think we'll see a lot of very conservative gains going into February, March, and even April. I think we'll see a very consistent but cautious spring market ahead. The big question is, what will we see from the US in potential tariffs? It's very difficult to say without a crystal ball, especially when, if you're dealing with a 24-hour news cycle, it seems to change almost overnight most of the time. So stay tuned here. If you have any specific questions about, your micro market, i.e. your neighborhood or it's part of the city, your suburb, let us know. We'll run the numbers for you more specifically so you can get a better idea of, what's actually happening in your neck of the woods. If you're buying or selling, investing, it's worth a conversation. Things may be more expensive or they're seemingly more expensive, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not the right time to make a move depending on what your circumstances are. And if now is not the right time, we can help you put together a plan that makes sense for when it is the right time.